More than half of America's population is sinking in credit card debt. Last year, America recorded a $930.6 billion debt on credit cards, and the figures are much higher this year. Recession, final hardships, and daily struggles are now the watchwords of many households. America, like the rest of the world, is going through a precarious economic situation. Many individuals and families find themselves trapped in a cycle of credit card debt and struggling to make ends meet. In today's video, we'll be exploring a nightmare that affects millions of Americans. We'll also share strategies and practical advice to help you break free from the chains of debt and thrive even in these hard times. We all understand the overwhelming pressures and anxieties that accompany financial uncertainty. Many Americans claim that financial stress affects their mental health more than any other reason. From mounting bills to take care of with an income that's never enough, to dealing with debt coupled with inflation, that's more than enough to send a person into depression. To make this more interesting, big banks, prominent economists, and formal officials are all saying that a recession is a near certainty as the Federal Reserve tries to wrestle inflation under control. For the optimists, a recession is nowhere in sight, with the number of economic activities happening. But with a 2-year high inflation, consumers are passing through serious financial pain. Customers are being forced to rely more on food banks, savings, and credit cards as they look for ways to reduce spending. And when consumers stop buying as much as they used to, this is going to be pretty bad for the economy. However, the availability of credit cards is saving consumers from being unable to make purchases and ultimately stall the impending recession. Credit cards have proven to be a godsend and the devil itself for Americans. I'll show you in a minute just how far gone Americans are in credit card debt. Consumer credit card debt has become a pressing issue in America, with millions of individuals struggling to manage their financial obligations. The ease of obtaining credit cards, combined with the appeal of instant gratification and the lack of financial literacy, has led to a significant increase in consumer credit card debt. More and more consumers are leaning on credit cards to afford increasingly expensive necessities, such as food, rent, gas, and health needs. In 2022, America recorded a $930.6 billion debt on credit cards, an 18.5% spike from a year earlier. Despite the knowledge that credit cards are one of the most expensive ways to borrow money, more than half of the U.S. population rely on them to meet their needs due to their perceived convenience. In this video, I'm going to reveal just how credit cards are keeping you poor and making you unable to break free of debt. Why is the debt on credit cards so insanely high? You got it. Our favorite friends, inflation and high interest rates on credit cards. These are the two major causes, and I'll be sharing other reasons why the debt in credit is so high in a couple of minutes. As the prices of goods continue to shoot up, it becomes increasingly difficult for one's salary to cover expenses. We rely on credit cards in the first place because we need the extra help, right? Now, when we start out using credit cards, no one ever imagines getting to the stage where the debt you have on it is humongous. No, we probably think, I'll get this and in a couple of months, I should be done paying this off. But it doesn't work out that way. Years later, we're still stuck trying to pay off the first debt, plus the recent ones that got added. That's because our needs are ever increasing, and our income isn't increasing to match the rate of inflation. Listen to this. Credit card debt is just one aspect of consumer debt in the United States. Customers are struggling with mortgage debt, auto loans, student loans, medical debt, and personal loans. All these debts being paid by one person having at most 2 jobs can be overwhelming. This accounts for why credit card debt is practically impossible to pay off. There are just too many needs and too little income. And the fact that failure to keep to payments attracts extra charges just makes the situation more frustrating. More and more people are failing to meet up with credit card payments, thereby prolonging their debt. As promised, I'll be showing you how to manage all your debts so you can finally be debt-free. If you're enjoying this video, let me know in the comments section. It'll mean a lot to me. Easy access to credit is another cause for the huge consumer debt. Credit card companies aggressively market their products, targeting individuals with enticing offers, rewards, and low introductory interest rates. This accessibility makes it tempting for consumers to overspend and accumulate debt without fully considering the long-term consequences. Being financially literate will save you from making mistakes that'll keep you in debt for the rest of your life. Many Americans lack basic financial education, leading to poor budgeting and financial decision-making skills. Without a solid understanding of interest rates, fees, and credit card terms, individuals may fall into the debt trap unknowingly. More financial tips will be coming soon in this video. Another reason for credit card debt is emergencies and unexpected expenses. Life is unpredictable, and unexpected events like medical emergencies, home repairs, or job loss can quickly drain an individual's savings. In such situations, people will turn to credit cards as a short-term solution, which can accumulate into long-term debt. This is probably how we all started, not to eat at a fancy place or buy cool clothes. As the Fed approves another interest rate hike, credit card rates are now at high levels, making debt even more difficult to pay down. These increases are for a good cause, to fight high inflation readings in decades, but the consequences for borrowers can't be ignored. Take a look at this for instance. The average credit card rate has risen to a record high 20.24%. Failing to pay in full and carrying debt from month to month is a bad cycle many have found themselves in. The sad part, almost half of credit card holders don't even know their interest rates. They've resigned themselves to being forever in debt and see debt as a part of life. Now, for the part we've all been waiting for. Here's how you can escape the recession and credit card debt currently sweeping the states. As I mentioned earlier, being educated financially will save you lots of financial difficulties. Investing in comprehensive financial education programs can equip you with the knowledge and skills needed to manage your finances effectively. Buy books, get the help of professionals, take advice from experts, equip yourself with financial knowledge to solve your financial problems. Second tip, develop the habit of saving. No matter how little, put something away for unexpected expenses. When you receive your paycheck, put aside a little for savings. This will greatly reduce your reliance on credit cards during times of financial emergencies. As you save money, you aren't going to just let it lie there in the bank. Put the money to work. Check out investments you can make that'll yield steady gains. 3. Pay off your debts as quickly as possible. This won't be easy due to the current economic state, but as much as you can, be committed to making monthly payments to your debts. You can decide to focus on one payment at a time, either the biggest one first or the little ones. Being neck deep in debt will make it difficult for you to make much progress. You want to get rid of debt and have a clear view ahead of you. You can do this by cutting down on spending. Get rid of the illusion of being well-to-do that credit cards bring. They, as a matter of fact, enslave you. Buy only what you truly need and put off gratification. Control your spending. Having a budget helps you track your money and it won't leave you vulnerable. Take on a side hustle and sell stuff you don't need anymore so you can generate more money. Finally, a more radical way to rise above debt and recession is to do away with credit cards. If you know you can't afford an item presently, then don't finance it for the next couple of years. Many financial experts will advise you to dump your credit cards far away from easy access. Credit cards give you the feeling that you can meet most of your needs. It's important to stay informed, educate yourself about personal finance, and seek professional help when necessary. Take advantage of the resources available to you, such as financial literacy programs, budgeting apps, and counseling services. If you're enjoying this video, the algorithm thinks you'll love the next one. America's consumer credit card debt has reached alarming levels, negatively impacting individuals and the economy as a whole. Addressing this issue requires a multifaceted approach, including financial education, responsible lending practices, debt management programs, and promoting savings. By taking these steps, you'll be able to regain control of your finances, alleviate financial stress, and work towards long-term financial stability. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. There are countless individuals who have faced similar challenges and come out stronger on the other side. By implementing the strategies we've discussed today, combined with discipline and perseverance, you can break free from the burden of an impending recession and debt and create a brighter future for yourself and your family.